Many of Clutch's first shows were at the 930 Club's original location, and that was at 930 F Street in Washington, D.C. The load-in for the 930 Club was down an alley and to the right, to the back of the stage. And that was just catty corner, just 10, 12 feet away from the back of Ford's Theater, which was, as you looked at it, was just a brick wall. But there were many windows that had been bricked over. And one of those windows, I was told, and I believe, was the window that John Wilkes Booth jumped out of and began his flight into Maryland. It just so happened that if you look down the other direction, it was the FBI building, and I remember many nights just kind of bugging out at the history and just the nuttiness of it all, playing rock and roll shows between those two buildings. And not too long after that, kind of in the middle of that, we also filmed the video for a shogun named Marcus. And that just so happened to be on the farm where George Atzerodt was apprehended. He was supposed to assassinate Vice President Johnson, but didn't. I think that was the beginning of a preoccupation with Abraham Lincoln, for me at least. And that preoccupation stays with me to this day because I live so close to Washington, D.C., and I go down there often and have the luxury of seeing the sites there, one of them being the Lincoln Memorial. But really, it's a temple, and that's a big part of this song, is about the deification of Abraham Lincoln. It's a very heavy place, particularly if you go there in the middle of winter, late at night, when there's not a lot of tourists. And I put myself in those eyes, and we'd seen those photos over and over again looking out at the National Mall. What it must be like to just kind of witness just that tract of land through the eyes of this marble god we call Abraham Lincoln.